Hello students, this is your science teacher Anshu. Today is our second session on sound. In yesterday's class, we studied how sound is produced and how it is propagated. Today we'll read about the structure of human ear and how we hear. Let's study the anatomy of ear first. Ear is divided into three parts: outer ear, middle ear and the inner ear. The part of ear that is visible to us is known as pinna. It is the part of outer ear, and this is the external auditory acoustic meatus. These two are the parts of outer ear. The outer ear is funnel shaped. You can see this is broader from this side and it tapers into a canal. Then comes the middle ear. The middle ear also has two parts: the tympanic membrane or the eardrum. It is here. Then there is tympanic cavity, this thing. This tympanic cavity contains three bones: malleus, incus and stapes. This stapes is connected to the internal ear through an oval window. The internal ear consists of two parts: semicircular canal and the cochlea. These semicircular canals are responsible for maintaining the balance. How do you feel after having a ride on a merry-go-round? Everything feels rotating and we are not able to maintain our balance. It is because of the disturbance in the fluid in the semicircular canals. Till the fluid in these canals is vibrating, we are unable to maintain the balance. Thus, these semicircular canals play an important role in maintaining our balance. This is cochlea. Cochlea is the main organ of hearing. This is a coiled organ. This you can see it here. This is cochlea and main organ of hearing. I have enlarged a part of cochlea to show you the structure. The thin tube contains a fluid and tiny hairs are present on the membrane which lines this cochlea. This membrane, which is having these cilia, small tiny hairs, is known as the basilar membrane. Now this was the anatomy of the ear. How do we hear? As you can see, I have shown these are the sound waves which are traveling towards the ear. The function of the pinna is to collect all these waves and to force them through the external acoustic meatus to the eardrum through this canal. And when these vibrations reaches the eardrum starts to vibrate. These vibrations are transferred to these three small bones. Then this middle ear transmits these vibrations from outer ear to the inner ear. When through the oval window, these are transferred to the internal ear. What happens when these vibrations reaches the cochlea? This fluid start to vibrate and these tiny hairs perceive this vibration and convert these vibrations into the electrical signals. These electrical signals are then transmitted to brain through the auditory nerve. The auditory nerve then carries those signals to the brain where we can recognize the sound. Now to sum up, anatomy of the ear. Ear is divided into three parts: external, middle and internal. External further have two parts: pinna or the auricle, ear canal or the external acoustic meatus. Function is to gather sound energy and force it into the eardrum. Then the middle ear. It contains two parts: eardrum or the tympanic membrane and the tympanic cavity. This tympanic cavity contains three bones: malleus, incus and stapes. Transmits sound from external to the internal ear. Then the internal ear. It consists of semicircular canal which maintains the balance and cochlea, which is the main organ for hearing. It is filled with a fluid and has tiny hairs. When the fluid vibrates, it excites these tiny hairs. These tiny hairs changes these vibrations to the electrical impulses which are transmitted to the brain. Now to summarize how we hear, sound enters through the outer ear. Through the ear canal, it strikes the eardrum. Eardrum starts to vibrate. Vibrations in the bones through the oval window vibrate and movement of the fluid in cochlea. Excitation of the hair in the basilar membrane, vibration changes to electrical impulses, and then these electrical impulses are sent to brain via the auditory nerve and we hear. Tomorrow we will study about the characteristics of sound and their relationships. That's all for today. Book pages covered and in between questions will be uploaded on school website. Thank you.